to fucking do this. God damn it, bro.
You're on beat. Let's go.
Get ready to light it up tonight.
A look from earlier as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from welcome sports. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Both teams playing well lately, Grant. Something's got to give here.
Yeah, this is a great test of momentum. Whoever controls the pace probably controls the...
Oh, yes! Whoa. Throw it down!
Oh! I almost can't believe what I saw. Incredible!
I'm speechless, man. I'm speechless. Here are the starters for Charlotte. We've got Ball, and it's the chosen one. In it to 2. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Well, I had a chance to talk with head coach Jordy Fernandez. I talked with Coach about LaMelo Ball and what he said to his guys before the game, and he said to me, I just told our guys to be active out there. LaMelo is an energetic, springy player, and we can't let him out-hustle and outwork us. LaMelo is a challenging assignment for any defense. We'll see how this unfolds, guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie.
If you get any space, LaMelo will find you, so be ready.
Pass to Jamison. Back to Cunningham. The layup misses. Charlotte's gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. And it's the chosen one missing. The Nets have gone 2 of 3 from the floor. Cunningham passes to Miller. That three's off the mark. Here's Charlotte now. The mood around the team right now on cloud 9, looking for their 13th win in a row.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
And that one's good. Cunningham.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his three-point shot as a weapon. Out to a hot start, 4 makes and 5 shots to begin this ball game.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Miller on the wing. Back to Cunningham. Beyond the arc. Cartwright with a rebound. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Such a wide open look.
I just love the ball movement.
Brooklyn has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Pass to Jamison. Here's Whitehead. The open shot, Cunningham. Again the miss by Cunningham.
And he's having an ugly quarter from the field. It seems really frustrating.
Knocks down the long J.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Pass to Jamison. To halt the run. And it's Cunningham missing.
This has not been his best quarter.
Yeah, he needs to mix things up on the offense. He simply just can't keep missing shots at this rate because he's destroying his teammates.
12 straight points off threes. This defense is not extending very well.
And the timeout called here by Jordy Fernandez. He wants to make sure everybody's on the same page. Calder's checked in for Evan Mobley. Now looking at the 2K leaderboard, specifically which teams have created a lot of turnovers and cashed in on the other end during the last 10 games. Number 1, the Hornets. 4th, the Nets.
Both rosters filled with riverboat gamblers. These guys are looking to create turnovers every possession.
Cunningham outside from downtown. And again, it's the Nets missing.
Okay, so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be an understatement. But hey, sometimes you got to shoot your way out of the slump, even for him.
And here in the first quarter, a little over 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Whitehead. Three-pointer. Drops in the 3.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
Miller outside. Here's Jamison. And here's Cunningham outside. Offensive rebound. Kessler, no good. Charlotte leading by 16. From outside the arc. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor space.
Yeah, and you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's roaming around the perimeter ready to fire.
Miller on the wing. Pounded by Ball. Miller can't get it to go.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
And it's the chosen one missing. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Magic played really well. He finished with 19 points. He knocked down some trays last game. A great sign for his team. And his team, they're on fire in the midst of a strong stretch. They're looking to keep it up tonight. Guys?
Thanks, Allie. Absolutely. He was a one-man show in that one, Grant.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same mentality tonight.
And I'll be interested to see if the opposition looks to double him because this should open up opportunities for his teammates to get going.
I love how they've attacked the boards here in the first quarter. Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Now here's Cunningham. Defense is right there. And the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
The chosen one. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his assist totals piling up. 11 now for him tonight. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Poke loose. Over to the left wing. From deep. And Charlotte, another 3.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Jamison passes to Rush. Trying to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Puts up a deep 3. An absolute bomb from 3-point range. The chosen one's got 39. And so it's Charlotte in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. And they Brooklyn. Richard, if the three-point shot was never introduced, how different do you think the game would be?
The offensive strategy would be very different. The game would be more physical, and it was more physical. And the main priority would be creating high percentage looks.
On the floor for Charlotte, we've got Mobley, Smith out there with ball. And it's the chosen one, in it to 2. And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Last time they came together was in Charlotte, where they fell to the Hornets.
Hey, they had their chances, but they struggled from the line. It's so hard to win that way on someone else's floor.
Yeah, missing from the line became contagious. That happens. They just pick the worst time to do it.
And let's check in now with Shams Charania, standing by for a special report on some action in the Western Conference.
Thank you, B.A. With the trade deadline nearing, the news tonight is about the Denver Nuggets. They're thrilled to bring in Julius Randle. That move increases their physicality on both ends of the floor. He brings speed, strength, and a versatile scoring ability that should be a great fit for this team.
Always great to hear from you, Shams. Thanks so much. Here's Whitehead. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. And Cunningham with a 3. Cunningham's got 8 points.
When he has enough space, he's more than comfortable letting it fly from outside.
And another dime for him.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. 1:51 left to play in the second quarter.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Count that one. 7 points in the game.
He drops yet another dive, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Pass to Jamison, and here's Miller. Here's Whitehead, fires for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Now Ball, and there's the lob, and Mobley throws it down.
Yeah, and Mobley's teammates love throwing lobs his way. Why? Because he catches pretty much anything you throw up there.
And here's Cunningham outside. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Their last game, a win against the Magic, looking to carry it into this one.
It always helps when your opponent turns the ball over that many times. I thought it was the deciding factor overall.
It definitely made things easier for them. When the other team is just handing you the ball back, you got to make them pay for it.
Pass to Whitehead. Can they get it? Doesn't go for him.
He might be getting in his head a little bit, trying to get something going, but he's still scoreless in the quarter.
Here's the chosen one. Yet another bucket.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Miller against Ball. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Yeah, they just can't seem to end the drought no matter where they shoot it from.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
This defense is getting spaced out. 3 of the last 5 buckets have come from way beyond the arc.
Ball against Miller. Cunningham outside. Here's the 3. On target from range. Cunningham's got 11.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Charlotte on top, running away with it. And we'll be right back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. See you in just a bit.
JKLOL.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas?
Jalen.
The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. And switching gears now to that first half. What a difficult start for the Brooklyn Nets.
They know they don't have to keep shooting.
Thanks as always.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. They've got Miller. He's out there with Cunningham. And it's Jamison in at the power forward position. And that's the group for Jordy Fernandez as we begin the second half. Cunningham passes to Miller. To the inside. Kessler, no good.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
They get it back. Mobley. And the shot's good. 7 points in the game.
When you're guarding Mobley, you have to finish the possession on D. Seal him off, or Evan, look, this man's going to punish you on that glass.
Here's Miller. Good.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Oh, connects again. 60 points. This guy can't be stopped right now.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
Well, Brooklyn's shooting 37% from the floor at this point. Here's Cunningham. And off the front iron, and in it goes. Charlotte is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. And there it is for him.
Look, they are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Whitehead passes to Cunningham. For 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Mobley's got 9 rebounds now. Time now to hear from our reporter. Yet another assist.
He's nearing the franchise record for most assists in a single game.
This team feeds off his unselfishness and commitment to keeping everyone else involved. And here's Cunningham outside. Mobley grabs the board. Mobley's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Let's just say his subpar shooting is just one reason why they are trailing in this ball game.
Back-to-back threes, making their defense work on the perimeter a bit.
Here's Cunningham. And miss after miss right now. Charlotte has gone 3 of 5 from downtown here in the second half. Cartwright. They shoot again. And that's 2 points on the layup.
He's got a knack for those putbacks, so you have to be aware of that defensively. Get a body on him.
Cunningham, a screen on ball. Here's Miller. Nails it from beyond the arc. Miller's got 11 points.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that.
Another possession, another assist.
And this last assist ties him for the franchise record for most in a game. What a performance he's having.
He's been passing with pinpoint accuracy all game long. And that's a foul called on Walker Kessler. That's his first foul of the game.
His three-point shooting kind of dried up in the second half. He is yet to make one after knocking down 3 before halftime.
Dudley, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Ball gets it to go.
And I love how Ball will fight for it, getting around that inside physicality.
And here's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Brooklyn Nets. They'll take on the Pacers at Gainbridge Fieldhouse after this one. It'll be the start of a 3-game trip on the road. Miller can't get it to go. The Hornets have gone 8 of 12 from the floor in the third quarter. There's the triple. And again, another assist.
And sure enough, he's just set the single-game franchise record for assists.
Showing that vision, both to find his teammates and to reach for new heights. It's Cunningham with a drive. And no good. The dry spell continues.
And if they want to mount a comeback here, they need him to get going. It's just that simple.
Yeah, terrific work from the mid-range. Ball has an impressive feel when to take these shots.
Pass to Miller, to the wing on the left. And the Nets miss again.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Here's the chosen one. Charlotte gets it back. Lays it up and banks it in. 9 points in the game.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Back to Cunningham. Brooklyn, no good that time either.
Oh, man, he can't get anything to fall. You can feel his frustration.
Yeah, right now, he's just in his own head. Not much you can do to try and push through it.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Whitehead passes to Cunningham, looking to get it going. And he takes it up and lays it in. Cunningham's gotten 4 this quarter.
Another shot right in the lane. That's been their MO this evening.
And another dime for him.
25 assists. What an unselfish performance.
Ha, looking like Scott Skiles right now with all these dimes. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
With 2 hands on the rock, he powers it through.
Totally in control, protecting the ball the whole way. Drains the triple.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Miller outside. We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third quarter here. Charlotte, his shooting has been on another level, 68% for the game.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
"15 seconds left in the third. Cunningham outside. 5 on the clock. Fires hitting the triple. Cunningham's got 20 points. Here's the chosen one. And good! There's another!
And he's been dominant so far in this one.
Shouldering the offense. Really taking it to the opposition. At the end of... And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist to the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer to...
The Nets decide to talk it over now. Richard, how do you think you would have fared if social media was as prevalent in your younger years as it is right now?
I can tell you right now, I would not be able to sit next to you right now, B.A. That's the type of life I would have lived.
On the court for the Hornets, we've got Kyle Kuzma, and it's Brown in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. He drops it from range.
Defensive mix-up there. He's the last guy you want to leave open.
Charlotte's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Another one goes! Incredible! That's 91. An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
Pass to Cunningham. Here's Whitehead. 4-3. Kept alive.
The rebounding numbers make it obvious why they're in front.
They're limiting the offensive possessions for the other team. Tough to win with no extra possessions.
The Nets have gotten 7 to go out of 13 attempts during the fourth. Cunningham finds Miller. Here's Whitehead. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Brown's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
He's a living highlight reel.
Seriously, that could end up being one of the best dunks of the year. Miller outside. Takes the 3. Hauled in by Brown. Brown's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Out left to the wing. Puts up a 3. Good! Another from 3.
Another 3 for him. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
Well, he's just pouring it on, and he's tied for the 5th most triples ever in a single game.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Here's the chosen one. The three-pointer off the mark. And so Cunningham will bring it up for Brooklyn. Pass to Whitehead. Fires the 3. Connects from downtown. Whitehead's got 8 here in this quarter.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this,
connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
He can't miss. They have to keep feeding him. How many more can he hit?
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them.
And again for 3.
All game long, the threes have been pouring in for him. There is nothing stopping his shot.
And you know this is already a game he'll never forget. He's trying to make it a game the world never forgets.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness of it.
Hits yet again! Wow!
Well, folks, he's now bested his own single-game record for points in a game with this simply incredible offensive explosion we watched unfold. Congrats to him for now holding down 2 of the top 3 spots all time.
And we get paid to sit here and watch this excellence? What a special experience indeed. The emotion, the effort, the intensity throughout this game has been remarkable to witness. And everyone in this building recognizes the brilliant piece of basketball history that we've been lucky enough to watch. Here's Miller. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
It's nice they found their rhythm here, but the clock is just not their friend.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter...
Good! Another from 3.
The parade of threes has no end in sight. He just keeps knocking them down.
And that latest triple ties him for second for most threes in a game. What a monster performance from deep it's been.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Connects again from distance.
There it is, a shot that puts him tied at the top of the record books.
Masterclass in three-point shooting. Amazing. Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock and the game clock. Miller outside. Here's Whitehead. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. From deep three-point land. And it's the chosen one missing.
First personal foul, third team foul. Coming onto the floor for the away team, Luke Cornett, Zaire Williams.
And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them.
Great win tonight, MP.
Oh shit. Damn. Lost. The Heat. Wow, bro. Five points. One of these are also again. Do it again.
Get after it, MP.
And a look behind the curtain here. Final preparations, but welcome to this third. Most of the season completed, a good picture developing as to the top rookies in the league. So let's take a look now at the race for Rookie of the Year. You look at Rush. You know, there have been moments for him this year, but overall, it just doesn't look like he'll finish near the top of the list.
And I thought at one point he may make a move up those rankings, but he's just never took that next step forward.
Well, there are a lot of good rookies this season, and he's had trouble keeping pace. But to me, there's no reason to think he won't continue to improve next year.
And when MP talked about taking his defense to another level, it got a lot of people's attention, including mine, and I know yours. We've had some time now to see the results.
And let me tell you, he's been relentless and quite honestly impressive on D. He hasn't been getting easy matchups either. Seems like the tougher the cover, the better MP's been. Kudos to MP for bringing it big time.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Andy Miller out there with Cunningham. Then there's Walker Kessler. And it's Dudley in at the 4. Well, we are quickly reaching the end of the regular season. Doris, are you as excited as I am for the playoffs coming up?
Definitely, Kevin, and I know it's on the players' and coaches' minds. It's right there waiting for us. But let's remember, the most mature teams, the best teams, recognize games are still to be played. You cannot let the playoffs distract you from what's in front of your face.
And here's Miller after the three-pointer from Carpenter. Cunningham for 3. Hits the three-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
The Hornets have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. The chosen one gets the basket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Miller outside. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Jacks up a 3. Mobley with the rebound.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Traps in the tray.
Yeah, this looks like a pregame shoot-around with all the threes they're allowed.
The Nets have gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Pass to Whitehead. Kessler with it. Miller surveying the floor. Back to Kessler. Shoots over Cartwright. Kessler. No good. And it's the Hornets' ball. They're on a 16-3 run. Here's Carpenter. And it's the Hornets another 3.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Now here's Cunningham. Coming in off a 12-point game in his last outing. Now here's Dudley. Back to Miller. 5 on the clock. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Charlotte making a switch. Swathers checked in. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Here's Cunningham. Miller outside. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Charlotte leading by 16. The chosen one's shot is off. Miller with the ball. Outguarded by Carpenter. Shots good by Miller.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Now Cunningham. After the missed 3 from Carpenter. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. Jamison is checked in for Brooklyn.
Number 18, Tyrone Jamison.
And here in the first quarter, with a little over 3.5 minutes played, pass to Cunningham. Jamison with it. Here's Whitehead. Pocket 6. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Baseline jumper. Jump shot is good. And that's now 21 points for the chosen one.
Wow, unconscious has he been this quarter. They're riding that hot hand.
Whitehead deciding where to go with it. Jamison, no luck. Hornets leading by 16. Pass to the chosen one. Good on the three-point shot. The chosen one's got 24 points.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his third foul of the game.
Ouch. 3 fouls for him already. And now if you're the coach, you got to think about sitting him down.
Smith checked in for the Hornets. Here's Jamison on the inbound. Hornets with the rebound. Cartwright's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The chosen one gets the basket.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordy Fernandez. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Balls check in for the Hornets. Well, we still have about half a season left, but here's where the power rankings stand as of today. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they ascend up the lists to number 3 with some spirited play.
Seeing where Charlotte is now, they believed they were the best team entering the year. Others believed it too, and we've seen nothing to dissuade that assumption.
Now, here's Cunningham. He isn't playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. Just 2 to shoot. A steal. Pass to the chosen one. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
And so it's Cunningham. He'll bring it up for the Nets. Last time they met was in Brooklyn.
Well, if they want to avoid the outcome of that first meeting, they'll need to be stronger on the glass. They were completely outmatched in the last one.
Well, you have to believe the coaching staff made that a point of emphasis. Better aggressiveness, better intensity on the backboards.
From deep. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Now here's Thomas. He's guarded closely. Cunningham outside. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. And it's no good. And that's it for the first quarter in what's been a very lopsided game. Hornets ahead, running away with this one. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdowns for the Hornets.
They've looked to fire as much as possible from outside the arc, and so far they are hitting at a high clip.
Yeah, and what an excellent display of passing in the early stages of this game. A good deal of their points coming directly off quality passes.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Miller is out there with Jamison. Then there's Cam Thomas. Then it's Jamison. And it's Robinson Earl in at the center position. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hi, guys. The chosen one in the last game against Detroit had a huge game. He had an impressive number of points. And as you may have guessed with him, a lot of those were on the 3-ball. Totals like that put him in rarefied company. A game for the ages. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Well, there's no doubt. He certainly looked like he was in flowing.
The Nets have gone 0-3 and are still looking for that first bucket here in the second quarter. Jamison kicks to Thomas. Got a piece of it. And now Ball pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Well, the do-it-yourself kit, the steal and bucket from LaMelo.
And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Outside, Jamison. Pass to Thomas. Now Miller. And Miller throws it down hard.
And with the monster finish, he stops an 11-0 run by the Hornets.
Cam Thomas was the 27th pick in the 2021 NBA Draft GA. I think a lot of teams, wouldn't you agree, are regretting passing on him.
Yeah, it's pretty hard to believe that he fell all the way to the end of the first round. Lots of teams would love to have a scorer like him on their roster.
Outside, Ball. Here's Carpenter. Offline with his three. Brooklyn's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. And here in the second quarter of action with a hair under 2.5 minutes played so far. And Ball with the block.
Well, you love the 6'7" length that LaMelo Ball brings as a defender. Just gets a hand on that and sends it back.
And stolen by Thomas. Pass to Miller to the wing right side. Here's Jamison. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. The Hornets have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field in the second quarter. Connects again from distance. You can tell he is feeling it.
Kevin, he's on fire.
Now Jamison really played well against Milwaukee his last outing. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark.
Not a lot falling for him in this quarter. He's got to stay aggressive, try to break through, see if he can get an easy opportunity.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
And here is Thomas after the three-pointer from Carpenter. Thomas's shot is off. The Hornets have gotten nearly everything to fall for them here in the second quarter. They're a great 7 of 8 from the floor. Last game for Brooklyn, they picked up the W against the Bucks.
And in that one, the offensive execution made the difference. They found and exploited the mismatch repeatedly.
Well, it was certainly a game that their analytics people had to love breaking down. I thought they exposed every weakness in the defense.
And here's Jamison after the three-pointer from Carpenter. Outside, Jamison. Greg, every year, injuries are a huge factor in shaping the time. And I'm guessing that teams should probably put more of a premium on durability. What do you think?
Well, Kevin, I think all GMs take that into account. A team wants to be confident it'll have a stable roster over the course of a long season.
And for Brooklyn, they're shooting around 24%. Not a good showing here. Pass to Miller. A three ball. It's hauled in by Brown. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive. You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
And they should, because it's when you start turning down that kind of look that your offense can start to bog down a bit. Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
Now here's Jamison. Still scoreless. Outside Thomas. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
He's obviously hit a bit of a dry spell here. Only 1 of 5 this quarter.
Good. That's another bucket. 60 points. This guy cannot be stopped.
They've had no answer for him in this one.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. The 3. That doesn't go either for Thomas. And so it's Ball with it. He brings it up for the Hornets. The chosen one's shot is off. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
6 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Jamison drives in.
My goodness, he is such a great dunker.
Greg, a high riser, no doubt about it.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some. And going back now to that first half, you could say things are going extremely well for the Charlotte Hornets. Thanks for joining us.
And so it's Charlotte holding an unbelievable lead as the quarter wraps up. They've been playing some inspired defense, giving up very few easy points. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. What can you say? The chosen one, an impressive effort here today.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You know, as a coach, you can preach good shot selection, but it's up to the players to execute, and this guy has done just that.
You got the chosen one. Cartwright is out there with Evan Mobley. Then there's LaMelo Ball. So that's the lineup for Charlotte.
I'll tell you, the vision is simply special. LaMelo Ball toys with the defense, creates easy opportunities for his teammates.
Here's Cunningham following the bucket by the Hornets. Ugly with it. He's picked up by Mobley. Miller, no luck. Greg, their unselfish play has really been impressive.
They're trusting one another out there, wanting to get each other involved. This is great basketball.
Little over a minute gone here in the second half. Will it go? Cans it from downtown. Whitehead's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
And you would expect nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that. There's no quitting this guy. He just gives you great effort, and he continues to give you great production.
Carpenter. And again for 3.
And his flame throwing continues. He's having a season for the ages.
And he's approaching the 4th most three-point makes in a season. Dudley the pass to Cunningham. There's Miller with the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
He is too good a shooter, guys, to be left open like that. The defense just dodged a bullet there.
Defensively, they just look out of sync, not closing out on the threes in time.
Now, here's Cunningham. And here's the fast break. Here's Carpenter.
Strong finish.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
And I think it's been all about their offensive efficiency, shooting the lights out in this quarter.
Here's the 3. Another one goes. Incredible. And there's 80 points.
Wow. Just wow. This guy right now on another level.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Mobley against Dudley. And there's Miller. That's good on the assist by Dudley. Miller's got 4 points now in the quarter.
Oh, what a pretty pass. Throw to the open spot. Lead your teammate perfectly.
Buries it from three-point range.
It's just hard to believe that someone can perform at such a high level. They've got to thank him for this lead.
Now here's Dudley. Nothing on the board. And the chosen one gets the whistle that time. That's his 5th foul. Both teams will make substitutions.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Cunningham for three. It's hauled in by Cornette. And it's the Hornets ball. Here's Carpenter, and it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way. Looking now at some numbers for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
And the Hornets making a change here. Brown's checked in. Cunningham outside.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
4 on the clock. Fires the three. And the Nets miss again.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Yet another bucket.
And this game has his name written all over it.
Greg, he's been phenomenal in offensive onslaught. ADB, one thing about Kyle Kuzma, at 6'9", he is a big wing.
What I love about him, Kevin, is that he's such a strong shooter. He can bang in the post if you need him to. He always puts up solid rebounding numbers. And I think the final piece we've seen him developing is his ability to distribute the basketball.
Here's the chosen one. Good! Another from three.
He's been hitting threes at a very high level. We haven't seen any better from beyond.
That last triple ties him for the 4th most made in a single season. Cunningham's shot is off.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Brown, good.
Defense, for me, just hasn't made the commitment to sprint back in transition, and that's why you see such a huge differential in fast break points.
Now, here's Cunningham. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Jumps up and finished off by Brown.
Yeah, Kyle Kuzma, we think of him as a scorer, but that was a tough target to miss. Wide open.
Here is Cunningham. 27 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. Miller, no up.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And I think you can start to feel their frustration mounting. With every missed bucket, it becomes more and more desperate.
Cunningham kicks to Miller. Kessler's setting the pick for Miller. Drops one in from the wing. Miller's got 13 points. Here's Carpenter. Connects again from distance.
This is amazing. That moves him into 4th place alone on the list of.
And at the end of the third quarter, a huge lead in this one may already have been decided. Hornets ahead, running away with it. We'll be back shortly live from Spectrum Center. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Setting the floor for the Nets. Jamison is out there with Cam Thomas. Then it's Miller. Then it's Rush. And it's LaRavia in at the 4 slot. Jamison, no luck. Jamison's gotten just 1 of 6 shots to fall here. Here's Carpenter. There's Cornette. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Cornette's got his first basket.
Well, this is what he does. Find ways to make his presence felt, and this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
Jamison sinks the triple.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the 4th quarter started. Pulls it from 20. And good! And he hits it again.
And he's been dominant here thus far.
Shouldering the offense, GA, really taking it to the opposition. And so often, we'll hear talk about how many rings a great player has. Doris, do we emphasize that maybe too much?
I think, Kevin, first and foremost, a great player is great no matter what. This is a team sport, and a player doesn't have control necessarily of the parts and pieces behind him or the organization within which he's trying to succeed. Titles matter, certainly, there's no question, and it's great fodder for fans, but it's not how I define a great player.
And again for three.
And this three-point shooting performance has been insane. Everything is going in.
It's been a historic night for him, closing in on the fourth most threes in a single game. To halt the run, and a slam dunk by Jamison.
Oh, Kev, he put some anger behind that one.
You're telling me. Here's Carpenter. Connects again from distance.
He has been on the money from deep.
Yep, definitely looking to shoot it as much as possible. We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Thomas, no good. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. Here's Carpenter. Good. Another from three.
Another three. I'm not sure I've seen a better three-point shooting night.
They just keep pouring in. This is a top 5 all-time single game for three-point shots made. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Gets the three-pointer to fall. And that's 10 points for Jamison.
After hitting nothing from downtown in the first half, that's his second make sense.
Connects again from distance.
It has been raining threes for him tonight, alone at 4th in the all-time single-game triples list.
Guys, he cannot miss. They have to keep feeding him, right? How many more can he hit? Let's keep counting. Hits it again. Wow.
Tonight is one more for the history books. Once again, he sets the record for most points ever in an NBA game.
And it may not come as a surprise from him, but goodness, we got to acknowledge his great. What he is accomplishing is nothing short of legendary. Both teams deciding to change it up. Pass to Whitehead. Miller outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Greg, we know players are not shy about criticizing officiating. Anything you try to change or improve with the way the game is called?
Well, I like when the players and the refs get together in the offseason to go over video examples. And I think one thing that's important is you got to have relationships between the players and the officials. And then I think the fans can also then kind of get on the same page. There are going to be missed calls out there. That will never change.
And Dudley kicks to Cunningham. Offensive rebound. And Kessler throws it down.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
And again for three.
There it is. A shot that puts him at the top of the record book.
Well, Greg is now tied for the mark for most threes in a single game. In one word, amazing.
Oh, that kind of defense. It's almost as if they're just standing there.
Well, for the most part, they were just standing still. Connects again from distance.
The barrage continues, and he's now broken his own record. It's a new mark for the most triples ever in a game.
He said it. If anyone's going to do it, it may as well be me. And he keeps raising the bar. Higher and higher. Triple after triple. Catch him if you can. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout. Big-time dominance. And this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Hornets.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And counting tonight's game on the season, they'll now have won 57 games this year.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the Chosen One.
What a relentless scoring night for this guy. In attack mode all evening.
There's 49 seconds left in the 4th quarter. They have been really controlling this one.
You never want to be complacent on the floor. That's when you lose momentum. Saw the opportunity to put this away, and you can see the killer instinct take over.
And you want to save your best for last. Tonight, they've done that and then some.
And listen to this crowd. They are letting him hear it.
Greg, as well they should. One of the great three-point shooting displays we've seen in league history.
Almost unfathomable what we've seen in this arena tonight. This guy from range has been unbelievable.
Luke Cornett, he's checked in for the Hornets. Brown comes in for Kyle Kuzma.
Convincing lead with very little time remaining, and the fans are pumped.
They're getting ready to celebrate, no doubt. They know it's theirs to lose at this point.
And a wide-open look for Cunningham. Off target from outside.
Well, you're trying to answer the 3, but you force up a shot that he would have been better off passing up.
The Chosen One gets the basket.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one.
Yeah.
This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a clinical...
Never thought I'd see someone score over 100 points. You're unbelievable, man. Triple digits? You really did it. I can't believe it. This team is mid at best. Go get that win. Fans live for games like this one.
Coming up next, the Hornets. The NBA on 2K Sports, presenting an exciting Monday night game. Just 5 games left on the year. Let's take a look at the current seedings in the West. Taking a look at the Timberwolves, currently 8th in their conference. They're hoping to keep that playoff spot.
You know, for Minnesota, they had some lofty goals to start the year, but they may not have the roster to hang with the league's elite teams.
Yeah, they wanted to accomplish more this season, but things haven't quite worked out. Some bad breaks along the way.
And a look at the starters for Charlotte. We got Mobley, and it's Ball in at the point. And for Minnesota, Jaden McDaniels out there with Williams. Then there's Anthony Edwards. Then there's Dillingham. And it's Clark in at the 3, small forward. Well, over this last stretch, an ongoing theme of discussion has been MP's focus on the defensive end of his game.
You know, we hear a lot of players make empty promises, but we have to give MP credit for backing up his talk with this play. He's been a defensive stalwart, just wreaking havoc, and his effort on that end is rubbing off on his teammates.
Well, with all the battles past, Grant, definitely some history between these two teams.
Oh, BA, this is high level. You talk East versus West, that's usually championship or bust type aspirations.
Cartwright gets the bucket.
And setting the tempo with an assertive move, like, where was the defense on that play?
Well, when you are the aggressor this early, it is intimidating.
Now Edwards. He had 25 points in his last game. Clark covers. The 3 ball. Nails it from 3. The chosen one's got 6 points.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Yeah, well, his offensive contributions are going to be very important in this game. So it's good they've already got him in a rhythm.
Finally, a make for this team. Hopefully it gives them a little confidence.
Yeah, you know, sometimes all it takes is that first bucket to get a team into a groove.
Here's Dillingham. The chosen one grabs a board.
Yeah, slow start for them offensively. 1 for 5. They need to be more patient and find a better look.
Pure from 3-point range.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Well, what I love about his three-point shooting is the spacing that he's adding. It makes things a lot easier for everyone else.
Yep, that one goes.
Sometimes it's simple. Put the ball in the hands of your scorers and let them do what they do best.
Three-pointer. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got 4 assists now tonight.
12 consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
To the left wing. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Drills it from deep. Dillingham's got his second bucket of the night.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Wow, 5 consecutive threes. This defense looking very frustrated right now.
Crowder's checked in for Mobley. Here's McDaniels. 15 in his last outing. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. And this team is on absolute fire right now. They've won 18 in a row.
Well, just to be able to be on the call and see these guys in person is a real treat. They've been the talk of the NBA during this streak. The question now becomes, can they sustain the focus and level of intensity? They are looking quite comfortably in control, so it's going to be interesting to see.
Here's the chosen one. Three-pointer off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
And here's Dillingham from the arc. He's off on that one. Hornets leading by 13. Here's the chosen one. And it's off from three-point range. And here's Dillingham from the arc. Ball with the rebound. And here's Ball. He'll bring it up for Charlotte. Their last game, a win against the Clippers. Looking to carry it into this one.
And a quick look at the stats after that game. They were phenomenal from the charity stripe.
Well, they worked very hard to earn those whistles, playing assertive basketball and going right into the defender.
Lets it go from deep. That's good from Dillingham. On the assist by Clark. Dillingham's got 8 points.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
The chosen one. Counted from distance.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
And timeout called by Taylor Jenkins. He wants to review the game plan. And a new group getting ready for the Timberwolves. Sims, he's checked in for Williams. Harden comes in for McDaniels. Brown's checked in for Clark. And Suggs is subbed in for Anthony Edwards. You got a piece of it. Ball left side. Here's the chosen one. Yes, sir. And it's Ball with the assist that time. Ball's got assist number 7 tonight. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, their defense has been really impressive, especially the number of blocks they've managed to get. It's not easy to keep denying guys at the rim.
And I've also really liked how aggressive they've been in the open floor. I mean, when they see a chance to push it, they go for
it. Timberwolves trail by 18. Pass to Suggs. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Here's Charlotte. Ball no good. Minnesota has gone 3 of 6 shooting from beyond the arc. Edwards with it. Guarded now by Ball. Edwards against Ball. Now Suggs. Clock at 6. And a miss there on the triple. The 3. Good. Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Great to have you with us. Second quarter of basketball. This game has not exactly been neck and neck, but plenty of time left in this one. And a very convincing performance from the Hornets so far.
But simple. Rebounding made all the difference in the first quarter. They really got after it.
Hey, look, it's simple. More rebounds means more possessions, and that's clearly been their priority.
And so in the game for the Hornets, they've got Luke Cornette. Ball is out there with Kyle Kuzma. And it's the chosen one in at the 2-guard spot. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hi, guys. Well, the chosen one in their last game against the Clippers delivered in a major way. He dropped 69 points, and once again, he was lights out from distance. Such an impressive effort. The team relied on him, and he delivered.
Great report there, Allie. It was obvious he could do anything he wanted. A fantastic win.
Well, I'll tell you, he was enjoying himself out there, kind of like us here in the broadcast booth. And whoever was matched up against him wasn't enjoying themselves.
Yeah, well, winning is usually fun, especially when you have it going like he did.
They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Here's Harden. And then Harden with the jam.
Yeah, great play from Edwards off the pick and roll. Moving the ball around and get another guy a shot.
And stand while Edwards has pushed back. It hasn't stopped others from comparing him to his airness, Michael Jordan.
And that talk is more about how his game reminds one of MJ and less about greatness. Edwards' career is just getting started.
On the wing, Suggs, defended by Kuzma. Some room here for Suggs. Nails it. And he's 1 for 5 with that one. Charlotte leading by 21. Out to the wing. Here's the chosen one. No good with the triple. Minnesota's gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Pass to Suggs. Fires from deep. Hits the trifecta. Suggs has got 5 now.
Yeah, good to see Suggs bury the triple. This will only help with his confidence.
Cornette with the bucket. And the Hornets lead by 20.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Ball no good.
Defense dodged the bullet that time. Total breakdown.
The chosen one shot is good.
Well, he's a reason why they're winning right now. He's been efficient offensively, and his confidence continues to grow.
Williams is checked in for Minnesota. Clark comes in for Ball. Mobley, he's checked in for Charlotte. Charlotte on D. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Edwards, a pass to Suggs. Launches a 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. Suggs has got 8 here in this quarter.
They didn't do themselves any favors with their shooting in the first quarter, but they're starting to pick it up now.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Well, he's just dominating right now. If his teammates are smart, they'll keep getting him the ball.
Pass to Williams. Here's Edwards. On the wing, Suggs lets the 3 fly, and again it's Minnesota with a 3.
Well, it took him a while to get his legs under him. He didn't do much in the first quarter, but now he's off and running.
All right, Grant, coming down to the final few games now. This playoff push sure will be interesting.
Oh, no doubt. And I'm looking forward to it, B.A. The teams trying to make the playoffs will be going all out. And that kind of intensity in these games will be fun to watch. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot. We all know he's a good shooter. But from that distance, I don't think so.
Yeah, it seems like everybody's jacking him up from way out there these days. You want guys to stay within themselves. Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Some changes for Minnesota. McDaniels comes in for Brown, and Dillingham subbed in for Edwards. And Charlotte making a change here. Hornets leading by 20. Fires from way outside. Can't get it to drop.
I don't know what he was thinking. Maybe settling a score with his coach?
Well, if that was one of my players, I'd think about sitting him down right away and letting him think about that.
Again, the miss by the Hornets. Minnesota has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. There's a minute 26 left in the first half. Dillingham, no good. The Hornets have gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. Sinks the tray.
He's dropping the 3 ball with incredible consistency. What a barrage here in the first half.
And he can't answer back. The 3-pointer offline.
Started out strong for 3-point land. Hit 2 in the first quarter, but he's gone dry since. And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
Here's Suggs. It's blocked.
You gotta love the hustle from Ball. Great job rising up to send it back.
46 seconds left in the first half. Shot clock at 6. Here's Suggs. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. Coach, you look at someone like Jalen Suggs. Man, has he improved his shot.
Yeah, Brian, I think you've always loved the effort that he brings at the defensive end of the floor. But now he's a much more efficient shooter, much more decisive, and really understands his role.
They're really dictating the tempo on both ends of the court. You love it.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for him right now.
With his level of quickness, it's tough to keep up defensively.
The Timberwolves have gotten half their shots to fall in the second. 8 for 16. Down low. Pass to the chosen one. Ball with it. Misses in close.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one you'd like to have back.
And so it's Charlotte up 25 big ones as we head into the next period. The hustle they've shown on defense has been tremendous. We'll be back in a moment.
A look here now at Minnesota, trying to win their way out of a potential play-in game and really get into that top 6.
Yeah, everybody wants that.
Now we'll take a look back at that first half. What an all-around performance it was for the Hornets.
The 3-point chances.
That's it for us.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. And so it's Edwards who brings up the ball for the Timberwolves. Dillingham out there with Anthony Edwards. Then it's Jaden McDaniels. Then it's Williams. And it's Clark in at the 3 spot. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Dillingham. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Dillingham's got 12 points in the game.
And give credit to Coach there for drawing that up. He positioned his guys for immediate success.
Man, they're having a hard time defending the triple. That's 3 in a row.
Minnesota's got 6 out of 15 threes so far in this game. Pass to McDaniels. Here's Dillingham from the arc. Hits a 3-pointer. Dillingham's got 5 points now this quarter.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, you know it's become a 3-point shooting league. Teams shooting a steady diet from outside.
And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Charlotte shooting their first free throw attempt on the night. And, Coach, you took the Magic to the 2009 NBA Finals. Give us an idea of the different kind of pressure that exists in the finals.
Well, I didn't really feel as much pressure, but at the end of it, it was excruciating to get that close and to have a chance and then to lose in 5 games. Like, you know, even then going through it, that it's going to be hard to get another chance at it. So I would just sum it up and say excruciating.
Launches it. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Cartwright's got his 6th rebound on the night.
They've shown that power inside. Their rebounding effort has been sensational. He's been off this whole period, unable to sustain any kind of consistency.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
When it comes to winning big, basketball acumen is the difference. LeBron James said, quote, in the final 2 rounds of the playoffs, what's going to separate teams is IQ. There's moments in the game that a coach can't prepare you for, where you have to make adjustments right away. It's not experience, it's IQ.
He would know, Allie. Thanks.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he's going to be able to shoot his way out of this one or not.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Well, we know Edwards has an outstanding skill set, but what makes him truly special is his competitive will and ability to handle high-pressure moments.
Pass to Dillingham. The 3 is up. Sends it home from 3-point land. Dillingham's got 8 points in the quarter.
And Edwards makes so many winning plays, including finding his open teammates.
And it's the chosen one missing. The Timberwolves have gone 3 of 7 here in this 3rd quarter.
And he just punches home the one-hand finish.
Hey, 2 points the easy way. Ball passes to the chosen one. Another possession. Another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He has been one step ahead of the defense all game long. And the Timberwolves call time here. All right, Stan, what's one rule you'd change if you could be commissioner for a day?
Well, first thing I want to know, Brian, if I get to be commissioner for the day, for that day, do I get Adam Silver's salary?
100%.
Brian, I'd get rid of all the replays.
All the replays. No more reviews. Human factor.
No reviews, no challenges. Let's play the game and keep the flow of the game going.
And here's Clark for 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets.
And it didn't register as an official block, but he did everything you want in disrupting that shot.
Well, you know, sometimes the most pivotal plays don't always go on the stat sheet.
Pass to Edwards. And he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed. Edwards has gotten his 3rd basket of the night. For Charlotte, they've gone 5 of 11 in this third quarter. And it's the chosen one missing. Minnesota has gone 2 for 5 from 3 since halftime. And Edwards with the basket on the assist from Dillingham. Edwards got 10 points.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
The Timberwolves have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Dillingham with the bucket.
Hey, he's doing whatever he can right now to pump up his teammates.
Hornets leading by 22. The chosen one. Yet another assist. The chemistry he has with his guys is impressive.
I mean, keeping his head on a swivel, actively seeking out his teammates, incredible.
Clark outside. Let's go with a 3. Ball with the rebound. Ball's got his 8th rebound here tonight. Here's the chosen one. And they'll get another chance. The 3. He got it again. Sensational.
And that's 70.
He is unconscious. Clark outside. Here's Suggs. Mobley grabs the board. For Charlotte, they've gotten 7 of 16 shots to go so far in the third quarter.
Getting buckets at a critical time. Just give them the ball and let them go to work.
And so it's Suggs. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. After this one, they're off to Dallas to take on the Mavericks. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them.
Love the quick shot there. Suggs looking decisive and comfortable, stopping and firing.
Good. He hits again. Oh, he's been absolutely ridiculous in this game.
BA, it feels like he can't miss.
Outside Edwards. There's the 3. Cartwright with a rebound. Cartwright's got 9 rebounds in the game. Boy, he's getting it done. The Timberwolves have gone 50% from the field in the third quarter. 8 of 16. Pass to Suggs. This one for 3. Knocks it down from distance. Suggs has got 5 points in the quarter.
And not wasting any time here. Suggs is quick on the draw off the catch.
Well, the Timberwolves shooting around 44%. Not bad. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Minnesota shooting their 4th and 5th attempts at the free throw line tonight. That one misses. And Minnesota with some changes. Harden, he's checked in for Williams. Brown comes in for Clark. And it's Ball in for Edwards. Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Buries it from 3.
Well, he's been in total control offensively, and the defense has had no answers.
The steal. Here's the chosen one. And again. Oh, and there's 80 points.
Oh, wow. Just wow. This guy is on another level.
And here's Suggs. Harden with a screen on Smith. The 3 from Suggs. He buries it from 3. Suggs has got 21.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got a...
And so it's Charlotte in total control. Up by 29 going into the break. And they've been shooting the lights out from the arc. All those threes have this poised for a blowout. We'll be right back after this word. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. We've got Smith, Kyle Kuzma out there with Williams, and it's Strother in at the small forward. And it's the chosen one missing. Suggs outside, uncovered. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
You won't see him miss that one too many times.
Yeah, it was a great look. Sometimes they don't fall. You've just got to keep taking great shots. Look, this guy is clearly on a heater from deep. If you're the defense, you cannot allow him to shoot it from...
Gets the 3 to fall.
He hit 3 triples in the first half, 3 more since. That's nothing to shrug at. They're getting torched on the perimeter. 4 of the last 5 buckets have been threes.
We played just over a minute here in the fourth. The kick out to Edwards. From behind the arc. Suggs, no good. Charlotte's gotten 3 threes to fall out of 4 attempts here in the fourth. And it's the chosen one missing. Minnesota's gone only 1 of 4 from the perimeter here in this fourth quarter. Suggs outside. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the triple. Suggs has got 14 points here in the second half.
His points are really adding up from the three-point line. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he's only getting better.
Oh, ripped away. And yes, another basket. That's 91. An incredible feat.
Incredible indeed. This is just a flat-out insane performance.
Will stand the minimum games threshold for postseason awards. It seems to be working as a motivator.
Well, especially, Brian, because those awards can impact player contracts. So that benchmark, 65 games, about 80% of the schedule, that's a bar that players are looking to surpass.
Do you like the 65 games, or would you like to see a different number?
I mean, I think it's great. If anything, I'd like to see it higher.
To the paint. And he banks in the layup. Suggs has got 8 here in this quarter.
Yeah, once Suggs gets hot, he's not easy to stop, especially when he's getting whatever shot he wants.
And it's the chosen one missing. For Minnesota, they've gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter.
Hey, who's watching now?
Suggs outside. Takes a 3. Smith with the rebound. The Hornets have gotten 5 shots out of 9 to go in this fourth. The chosen one. Fires the 3. And another one.
This game has his name written all over it.
He has been phenomenal. An offensive onslaught. Edwards with it, guarded by Smith.
Well, that's 5 now. It'll be interesting to see if they can continue to go at it to try to get him to foul out of this game.
And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Sims, he's checked in for Harden, and Clark has subbed in for Ball. And here's Clark for 3, and the three-pointer goes. Clark's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. The Hornets have gone 6 for 11 here in the fourth quarter. The chosen one shot is good.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot, but when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it.
The Hornets have gotten 7 of 12 shots to drop in this fourth quarter. Sinks it from distance.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
The 3 from Suggs. Rebounded by Kuzma. Kuzma's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Williams a screen on Edwards. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
Suggs with the bucket.
When you get faced up at one end, you want to get it back at the other.
A bit of a duel going on between them. Came down the floor looking for immediate payback.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Hornets.
And it was a big-time performance across the board. They looked like they were having fun out there, Greg.
Yeah, B.A., it was almost like watching a cat play with a mouse. I mean, they did pretty much anything they wanted to do out there today.
And make no mistake, this has been a legendary year for them as they continue to rack up win after win. The confidence, enthusiasm, and carefree attitude they've played with has now helped earn them their 72nd win this year. Just remarkable.
And that's a sweep of the season series. It's clear who the matchup favored. They'll wish they could have seen more of these guys.
And when you look at the game, the one thing that helped fuel this team to victory was the efficiency for the chosen one.
Yeah, you know, he was a man on a mission in this one. The defense had absolutely no answers for him tonight.
Cornette's checked in for Charlotte. Minnesota again missing.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's the chosen one. Gets the 3 to fall.
Early.
Yeah, they blocked out the noise, blocked out the distractions, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
Here's the chosen one. From outside, off the mark. And here's Minnesota now. Pass to Clark. Tipped. Here's the chosen one. No good on the triple.
Well, they're going to win, so he should just relax.
And so it's the Hornets taking care of business in this one. A statement road victory. So impressive.
Statement indeed, B.A.
Easy. Easy money. Let's go to the playoffs, baby.
MP, you are the straw that stirs the drink.
MP, you have come into your own as a bona fide stopper. Hey, I hear your teammates even came up with a nickname for...
Can't be reaching like that, MP.
Victor went with behind, boy. Watch. Get out of here, bro. Charles Lee and this Babcock boy.